Hello everyone, my name is Eva Gail Rice or Eva Rising. I'm from United Aircraft Technologies. I'm the founder and CEO, and I'm here to talk about the interconnecting clamp. So we are designing this clamp that is a new class of fasteners that can hold electrical wiring in aircraft that is designed to reduce weight, improve safety, reduce the occurrence of repetitive strain injuries, and simplify maintenance. This innovation was created by Darian Rising, who was an aircraft mechanic for over 12 years for the Army, and who lived through this experience and these pains of installing the clamps that are used today. So yeah, sounds great, but is it really needed? So let me tell you a little bit about this. Right now in the business, people and airlines are trying to reduce the cost in fuel because fuel just keeps going up. And to the point where United Airlines did pay to reduce the weight of their in-flight magazines to just save 11 pounds. That ended up saving them around $290,000 in fuel. But not only that, Boeing cannot keep up with production because they don't have enough mechanics. And the pressure to keep producing these aircraft is so much that they're starting to cut corners, which causes problems with the regulations. So our problems are the following, the ones that we're going to solve. Let's imagine this. We're all millionaires here. We own this manufacturer of aircraft. We just won a big contract and we need to produce aircraft ASAP. Okay, but maintenance is taking so long. There's over 45 miles of cable. I'm pressuring my mechanics and they're cutting corners. It's causing problems with the clamps and it's causing problems with the wire safety. And on top of that, oh man, fuel went up. I need to find a way to reduce weight. What can I do? And I just lost another aircraft mechanic. What am I going to do? So these are all the problems that I'm going to help with our product because it's unfathomable that these are all the tools you need to install these clamps. And these are the different positions that you are constantly over hours and hours in a day. So our solution is ergonomic, safe, and lightweight. It is ergonomic, safe, and lightweight because of its design and the material it's made out of. It's made out of a thermoplastic that is non-conductive, non-corrosive. And it doesn't require any hardware. It's very simple to install. As you can see here, we have an experienced mechanic, perfect scenario, installing the Adel clamp the easy way. And it still takes him over 5 minutes. With ours, it will only take 1 minute. In addition to that, our closest competitor only being Amphenol. Amphenol makes a thermoplastic clamp, but they still require hardware, and there's only 1 gram difference with the other competitions, where ours, as you can see, the difference is far much more significant. And I always love to say this, but wait, there's more. So our clamp is already there holding wire. Why cannot we bring this technology into the 21st century? So our clamp is able to house sensing technology that will be able to detect if there's amperage leak, electromagnetic interferences, or if there's any changes in temperature. And this is all patent pending, by the way. And uses all this technology, all this data to triangulate and help localize fault. Something that does not exist today. Because what they do today is they ground the aircraft, disconnect it, connect it to a hub, send an amperage through, and if it comes back with any discrepancies, oh well, here I go, trying to find out where in the 45 miles of cable there's that problem. So the market that we're targeting is aviation, and specifically rotorcraft within the Army. And we're not just saying this, we went out there, we spoke to industry experts such as Michael Traskos, who's the chairman of the SA subcommittee for the government. In other words, the person that determines the mil-spec standards, and they have endorsed our product, along with our biggest potential client, Lockheed Martin. So, what about the people that write the checks? I'm just gonna give you this preview. We have a Chinook helicopter here. For them, we can save them over 200 pounds, which means there's around $50 million in fuel savings. Depending if the Army wants to fuel safe fuel or they just need that weight to add new technology because they're modernizing. And there's around $25 million in maintenance. What about commercial. On a Boeing 737, we can save them over 400 pounds in weight, which means around 53 million in fuel savings and $40 million in maintenance, depending on how big the company is. Great. Are we selling? Well, right now, we need to take some steps to get to where we can make sales. First of all, we need to make sure that our clamp is ready for injection molding, because mold costs a lot, and we want to make sure it has all the help that it needs, and it's as good of a chance of passing MIL-SPEC standards, which is why Fuse Hub and the Center of Economic Growth are helping us get there. And once that is done, we have a collaboration with Sikorsky that will lead to a pilot, a paid pilot, and then eventually sales. So because we have this collaboration, these connections with Sikorsky, we will begin through them. But because Sikorsky is owned by Lockheed Martin, we plan to expand into fixed wing through them, and eventually Boeing is in the military space, grow into commercial. So, am I going to go IPO, become the next 1 billion company? No, we have an exit strategy. So we plan to do an exit through part suppliers, such as Hollingsworth and Keystone, but even our biggest competitor, Amphenol. Why Amphenol? Because the military has told Amphenol no, but they have told us yes. So it'll be a very strategic point for them to acquire us so they can enter that market. But we also could do through electrical manufacturers, such as Helicoil and Panduit, who have shown signs of developing further products for the line. We have collaborators. We cannot be here without their help. So we have Casson RPI, Silicon Plastics, who's doing our injection molding, Benet Labs that will help us through the testing, the Army Research Lab, and Sikorsky, because MIL-SPEC standards is a long list, and they helped us get that information. So our next steps are, again, once again, this through the project, through the Fuse Hub, we plan to collaborate with CATS and do initial MIL-SPEC testing through Benet Labs, which will lead to us getting our part injection molded through Silicon Plastics and tested through Electromech. Then after that, we'll be ready and set to go for a pilot program. And we have been here for a while. Some of you may have seen me before. And we have done some strides and traction, such as we're patent pending. We have several patents, 2 patent pendings and 4 provisionals. We were an awardee for Sikorsky Innovations. And as well, we won phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 of the Army's Expeditionary Technology Search. This is my award-winning team. You have myself as the CEO. I'm from Puerto Rico. I learned business there. I moved to this country to learn English and to seek better opportunities. I always loved aerospace and finally found a way to merge my 2 passions. We have Darren Rising. He is the vet that experienced this for over 12 years to the point that he developed carpal tunnel syndrome and found himself without a job. So he used his GI Bill, went back to school, and came up with this innovation. We have a team of serial entrepreneurs as well as engineers helping us along the way. So what do we need? Oh, I know everything. I don't need any help. No, I need help. So what we need is help in the procurement sector. The military and the government, it's hard to understand the way they flow. So people that have experience that will come very helpful to us in our stage. Manufacturing experts, which we're getting now through RPI and Fuse Hub, but more that can help our manufacturing process be as efficient and as cost efficient as possible. And as well, scaling. Once we decide, okay, here's my purchase order, we need help in beginning to scale. So thank you so much for your time. I'll take your questions. Yes.
The Fuse with several $1 million savings on different aircraft platforms you mentioned, are those annual savings or is that over the lifetime of the aircraft?
Those are annual savings. Yes. It all depends on how big is the aircraft and how many clamps it has. A Blackhawk helicopter has around 1,000 clamps, but a big commercial aircraft can have between 15,000 to 20,000 of them.
How much will you save the military on carpal tunnel
So on carpal tunnel and repetitive strain injuries, we can save them around $20 million depending on how big that company is. The more employees it has, the more we will be able to save. OSHA, according to OSHA, 1 in every 10 employees submits a claim for repetitive strain injuries within the maintenance industry.
Have you written up job descriptions or anything in terms of linking your market to specifically the skilled individuals or, capital allocation?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat it?
Been able to link your markets, that you've been able to demonstrate with your, data so far you've collected, with opportunities for additional employment, additional, skilled individuals to be working.
Yes, definitely. That is something we're working on right now. We're located right here in the capital region, and we're here thanks to the help of people that brought us here. So we want to give back. Next week, we'll be starting our internship program with the help of the Severino Center. So we will be looking at getting skilled people in manufacturing, engineering, as well as maybe people that not necessarily have a college degree, but that can get trained skills that can help us through packaging and supply and the supply management. Thank you so much.